Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a little get ready with me video and I'm doing a voiceover, which is a little bit strange and weird. So for some reason my camera didn't film me putting on my foundation, so we're gonna have to make a video about that. But I'm starting out with my Naked Skin Concealer in the color Fair Light or Fair Neutral. And I'm just using a damp beauty blender to blend it out. I like to apply it pretty much all over the place, and then I set it with the De-Slick mattifying powder, which is really nice because it's rice based, so it absorbs all the oil from my face and keeps everything looking nice and clean all day. Time for brows. I love doing my brows with the brow beaters from Urban Decay. This one is neutral brown. And I also sometimes like to use the color dark because it just gives me like a 3D effect. I don't have that much brow myself, so I just fill them in pretty heavily, and I like them quite defined and a little bit thick and a little bit long. I just like really big brows. And usually I would probably take something that's a little bit darker just on the outer edges. Yeah, look at my brow game. It's not very on point. And then I always take like the other end of the thingy and kind of just brush through to make the brows look a little bit more soft on the beginning. I then take the Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and I just kind of carve out my brow very slightly a little bit. I just like that it gives me like a highlighty effect and it just cleans up any mess that I've made. Also, I think my brows are kind of crooked today. Then for the eyes, I like to prime with the old Sin Primer from Urban Decay. Basically everything I use is from Urban Decay because I work there, so like I have a lot of the stuffs. This is a really nice highlighter primer and it keeps my eyeshadow in place all day. So for my go-to look, I always use Naked from the Naked One palette, and I just apply that with a big fluffy brush all over the eyes. I do it just as a transition color, and I also like to apply it a little bit on my nose. I just think it adds some nice depth. I just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend all of the product. And yeah, on my nose as well. And for the next step, I like to take the color Buck, which is a little bit darker but still a nice neutral color, on a smaller blending brush. And I just apply that in my crease to add a little bit more depth and dimension. I think these two colors just work really well together, so I like to go for them. I also don't know what happened to my like self-tan, but like I missed a spot on my ear, which is kind of embarrassing. So on a smaller brush, which is the brush from the Naked Smoky palette, I am just taking the color Buck under my eyes just to give it a little definition. Okay, so I love using the color Half Baked. I think that's probably my most used color. I usually just apply it with my finger. I was trying to be fancy with the brush and everything, but I just like using it with my finger, and I apply it all over my lower lid. And I think these three colors together are just perfect. But I just grabbed the Shadow Box palette and used the color, what's it called, like Baked Cowboy, I think. It's just a little bit more intense in the color, like a little bit more gold, so I just applied that on kind of the center of my eyelids-ish. And then to highlight the inner corners and around the eyebrows, I used the Gwen Stefani blush palette. Yeah, I hit pan on the highlighter called Angel because I just love it so much, but I think it's so pretty in the tear duct and under the brow, so that's what I'm doing right here. But it's funny because the entire palette is like so full still, and that one is just the only one that's kind of super empty, which is sad. So for eyeliner, I like to take the 24/7 liquid liner. It's just really kind of wet, so I like using with it. I like working with it. And I just basically do cat eye kind of dramatically, and I also like to do a little flick in the inner corner. I feel like that's just like my go-to eyeliner because it just opens up my eyes and I like the way that it looks, and I do that with almost every look that I do. I also like that this brush is very small, so it's easy to get a defined thin line. and I sneezed, and I messed up. Yep, very sad. Okay, so I just fill in the liner. It's very easy, and yeah, I think this is just how I usually do my liner. So this is like the go-to look. Okay, so for the lower lashes, I'm using this Lancôme mascara. I don't know what it's called, but it's really nice for separating the bottom lashes. And for my top lashes, I use the Perversion mascara from Decay. I like that it's very black, so it just kind of hugs my lashes and make them blend with my falsies that I'm going to wear. They are a little bit like used, so they should probably be replaced soon, but it's 2 pairs. I'm using 105 and Claudia lashes stacked together from Ardell, and now I'm just lining my waterline with a white liner. I think it's just from the drugstore. So to line my lips, I'm using Obsessed lip liner from Decay. It's just a nice kind of pink that I like using all the time. They're really smooth to wear, so they just kind of melt on the lips, and when you let them dry, they go kind of waterproof. So I feel like they make my lipstick last a lot better. And I usually just kind of overdraw my lips a little bit and then kind of just fill in everything else. I always feel like it's a little bit intimidating to film like makeup videos because, I don't know, it's just such a personal thing for me. But I think I'm trying to overcome my fear and just kind of get started with it. The lipstick that I'm going to apply is the one that I always use, which is Obsessed by Decay. It's just like the perfect pink Barbie color. And to keep everything nice and simple, to contour my face, I just use Buck eyeshadow as well. It's just a perfect like neutral brown, so I feel like it looks like real shadows. And yeah, I like that if it's like a go-to look that you know you can always do, to just kind of cut down on the products a little bit. And to highlight my face from the Decay Gwen blush palette, I'm using Angel as well. I should probably find another highlighter very soon because it's sad that I'm running out. I like to do my cheekbones and some of my brows. I like to do my nose and my cupid's bow. So I highlight a lot. I think it just looks very nice and glowy. And I'm using this YSL blush in the color Heart of Light, I think. I'm going to have all the products listed down below so you can check them out if you want to. And I just apply that with a fan brush all over. And I'm going to use the Beached Bronzer in Bronzed with the same fan brush, just kind of all over my face to warm it up and give some tone for my self-tanned look. And no makeup look is complete without 2 little black dots that I always do with my black liquid liner. To finish off, I'm using All Nighter setting spray all over my face. Lost! So let's do the hair. I'm just using my curling one from Remington. I think it's like 1 inch or 1.5 inches, and don't mind my hair color. I'm trying to fade it for my next look, so that's why it looks a little bit, I don't know, ratchet. So basically I'm just brushing my hair through and making really big curls with this curling wand. Didn't want to bore you guys with filming all of it, so I just filmed this part, and when I'm done doing that, I brush my curls out and fluff them a little bit and put in some oil, and that is basically my go-to makeup look. So thank you guys for watching, I love you very much, and I will see you very soon.